So wiggity swoogity, yo, what's up, it's Bodie. Welcome back to StarCraft Remastered. We're doing another replay review of one of my ranked Protoss games. As a matter of fact, this was one of the first Protoss games I did, and I think it's a pretty good example of why macro is more important than micro in a lot of circumstances. So in this game, I pretty much tried to just do a 2-gate range opener like I always do against Terran, except it's half-assed. I forget a few things, didn't really bother much with practicing the build off the ladder, so I'm a little bit rusty. I'll post the actual build on the screen for y'all to see for reference. This game also serves as a good example of why it's so important to try to refine your build so you don't fuck it up. Anyways, I go for this quick gas steal on Terran's base, so it's going to take him a while to start checking up. Now, I'm not sure if I ended up pigeonholing him into this aggressive build, or it's just a coincidence that he didn't really need the gas to begin with. Honestly, it didn't really seem like he had a clear plan, because it almost looks like he just kind of pushes all willy-nilly, with a bunker in his natural. Almost looked like he was going to expand at first. The first thing I need to bring up is keeping vision of your opponent's side of the map. I don't actually see the attack until it hits my natural, and I probably could have prepared a lot better had I seen it coming. Doing little things like keeping a probe outside his natural, and even a dragoon to keep poking and checking would have been fine. Now we're going to see me constantly stutter step my dragoons to try to maximize their efficiency. Move and shoot, move and shoot, move and shoot. I'm trying not to just A-move my dragoons flat out. When you have equal or double the supply of your opponent, it can be okay to A-move, but in spots like this, fuck that. It's pretty much the only way to compensate for a supply disadvantage. You're also going to see me trying to use the high ground in this game. Not only do you get extra autos off because of the vision, but there's also the RNG mechanic going on as well. Basically, if you shoot units up from high ground, there's a chance your units will miss their shots. So in essence, we're talking your double hit points on high ground for your units. Now, after I push back the first wave of Marines, I decide to push out. I don't really do it with the intention to all-in the Terran, only harass and check his base count, which is fine on its own. However, I lose a lot of Dragoons in the process. I was ahead of Terran in supply at one point, but because I got too close a few too many times, I ended up right back behind him again. I also get a pretty fast shuttle and try to deal harass damage to keep him distracted, which is fine as long as the units get out alive. Thankfully, I managed to save at least one of the Dragoons, so it's not that bad of a trade. I take a couple SCVs down with me, and I delay his natural. I opt to go for Zealot legs, but generally you're a lot better off rushing splash damage than massive Zealots at this point. It's more consistent. Simply getting a Robo Bay for Reavers or even High Templar tech would have easily saved me the game here. The main reason Bio sucks against Protoss and Brood War is because of the splash. There's actually not much Terran can do to kill you at that point, and I can always use a shuttle to save those units and keep them out of range. Unfortunately, it pretty much completely slips my mind this game. During the last Terran push to my base, I try to keep buying time with my Dragoons by constantly poking at his army, which is a good strategy to get yourself more units, and is generally a decent practice. Gotta use that range. Unfortunately, between my micro mistakes in the fights and not having proper tech or enough units, I eventually end up tapping out as the Terran simply overwhelms me in numbers. Even cannons are a decent alternative defense against Marines in this situation. Don't tunnel vision on one unit type or tech for too long. One last thing, if you're contained like this, it's actually not a terrible idea to hide an expansion at another part of the map. I certainly had the time and the money for it. Yeah, it's cheesy, but at this level most people aren't even going to look for it until it's too late. Anyways, that has been my replay review, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.